Obama's medical rationing scam. That's what we'll talk about. This guy is a piece of work. He not only passes Obamacare, which sets up the so-called death panels, Sarah Palin's term, the 15-member medical advisory board that's in charge of promulgating regulations for Medicare that tells doctors how to treat it, who deserves to have a hip replacement, who deserves to have the best, most expensive cancer drug or bypass surgery, and when somebody's too old or doesn't have enough quality years ahead of them, that they shouldn't be given it. And this board's word would be law, except that any of its actions, any of its recommendations, which are really binding regulations, can be overridden by a vote of 60% of each House of Congress. So there was a check and a balance built into it. And you might say, well, how are the Republicans going to get 60 in the Senate or even 60 in the House? Well, they might. If some of these regulations are just draconian and really discriminatory, there's a chance that you could beat them. I was preparing for a real fight on a few of them. Well, Obama never got around to appointing the board. Still hasn't. And Sebelius, the Secretary of HHS, Health and Human Services, announced yesterday that the board won't be appointed until 2019. Well, what's going to happen in the interim? She is going to make these decisions. Under the law, if the board doesn't exist, the Secretary of Health and Human Services is charged with making these decisions herself. Now, first of all, she's already been confirmed. There won't be a confirmation fight. But secondly, the override provision, the 60-vote provision, only applies to the Medical Advisory Payment Board, not to the Secretary of HHS. She can promulgate whatever regulation she likes, and Congress has no capacity under the Obamacare law to override them. So even that little bitty shred of being able to counter the arbitrary decisions that Obamacare makes is now gone. Because he won't appoint the board, he's just going to sit there, let the secretary do it, and make sure that the regulations cannot be overridden. Oh man, this guy is a piece of work. Thanks for watching.